Good morning, Auburn High School seniors. This is Mr. Gardner. Just touching base with you. Want to let you know we really miss you. Miss being at school. I'm here today, kind of staffing the school and helping staff get in here and take care of a few things. It's Thursday, May 14th, the day before the much anticipated cap and gown parade. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Just want to let you know we really miss you. I miss just kind of hanging out around the school and seeing you guys, especially this time of year, running around with your hair on fire. And I think our senior class, uh, you guys would have done a great job modeling for the younger kids what it looks like to kind of close out a senior year. And unfortunately, they're not going to be able to see that. So hopefully you'll share a lot of stories with them. It's so important for a culture of a school for the kids to look to the upperclassmen. And I just want you to know up until March 13th and maybe even through remote, you know, communicating, you guys continue to do a good job, but you guys really set a great tone this year. And I guess for me, I've been doing this a long time. That's what makes this year very difficult for me, because I was really anticipating, just really ending on a high note, and we still will. We're going to work really hard towards that. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know kind of what I've been thinking about. And I want to share a little bit about, from a reminiscing standpoint, I was thinking about my own senior year the other day. I graduated a long time ago. It was at Franklin Pierce High School, which when there's no traffic, it's about 20 minutes to the south. Some of you guys may know where that's at. We had a good school, great group of seniors, smaller than Auburn High, about half the size of seniors, about 200 and maybe 20 seniors. I was involved with a lot of things, journalism, sports. What else? Yeah, I love sports, and I love to write and love to take pictures and just kind of hang out with friends and just do, just silly things. Um, One of the things we did, excuse me, my senior year, as most seniors do, is we had our skip day. And I want to remember, I think it was about mid-May, probably about right now. And one thing I remember is we're rallying to the cause. We're all going to get in our cars. We're going to show up to school. We're going to show the teachers and the principal that we're leaving. And we did. And it was pretty uneventful. It's like they almost didn't care. And we drove out to Point Defiance Park in Tacoma and brought food and frisbees and football. And after about 45 minutes or so, I kind of missed being at school. So I just said, guys, this is stupid. I'm not even having that much fun. I'm heading back. And a lot of people kind of followed my lead. And we went back to school. And I don't know why we did. I think looking back now, I think it's just because that's where our memories were. And I think that's where we love to be. And I think the other piece was we knew our time was growing short. And we knew we'd rather be around our teachers and all the people that made Franklin Pierce the school it was. So anyway, that's a little bit about my senior year. Mrs. Henry, about a month ago, she asked me if I would do a video for our student athletes, and I told her I would try. And it's more geared towards sports, and I coached for a long time, and I haven't coached for about 12 years. And I just couldn't get myself into that space to do a good enough job to feel like, it was really going to honor the seniors and the athletes. But the more I thought about it, I thought, well, maybe I do have something to say. Thing I remember most about coaching, well, a lot of good things, but one thing that kind of sticks in my brain right now at this time is I remembered when we got to usually it was in the playoffs, and we knew that if we ever lost a game in the playoff, in the game of football, that was my sport. We knew that it was, you lose and you're out. So one of the things we always talked about was, if we happened to be our last game that evening, the coaches, we knew which coach was going to head to this group of seniors, which coach was going to head to that group of seniors. We always wanted to check in on our seniors because we knew it was going to be a very emotional time for them. And true to the plan, whenever we did get bounced out of the playoffs, never won a state championship, so we didn't get to that point, but got close. Those moments that we shared with those seniors, telling them how much we appreciated them, how much we loved them, and there was always tears. And it wasn't over the loss; it was the fact that it was done. It's It's a train, and you're all on this train together, and everyone's kind of got their place. And when it comes to an end, it's like you hit the wall at terminal speed, and then you're kind of left with the pieces. And I think the thing that sports really taught me was you got to pick those pieces up and you got to reassemble them, and it's got to turn into something else, and you got to do some good with it. One of the things I think that I've really thought about is for this class, your class of 2020, to not have those meaningful closures. I think it's going to be challenging. And I think what you guys are doing right now is, it's almost heroic in some ways. If you do find yourselves getting to those moments where your energy's running low and you're feeling a little bit of despair, what I try to do when I get into those times, and I get into those, I try to think about who might be having a tougher day than me, and I'll reach out. And it doesn't take that long to look around and see somebody that might need your help. I can find that out through a text message or a phone call, or just reading a little bit of maybe some wording they have in an email. And maybe in a Google Meet, I can tell someone's being a little disconnected. I'll try to loop back with them to make sure they're doing all right. That seems to fuel my energy. So hopefully you've got some type of way to do that. The other thing is, I think when you kind of hit that wall, especially at the end of your high school career, and I'm just doing my best guesswork right now, it's probably easy to see that maybe some of the dreams and visions you have are kind of a little more distant than what they might have been. Don't give in to that. And just know that there's a billion pathways. It's infinity and beyond how many pathways you have to get to where you want to go. And as you get, and I'm giving you advice right now, so this is ironic. A lot of people are going to give you advice moving forward. And I would say this, we never know who our teachers are going to be in life. It might be the person that's giving you a little bit of criticism. It might be the person that's trying to pick you up and pump life into you. We just never know. So my message would be, take it all in, use it accordingly, use it to when you need it. But all the information you take in is only going to serve you in life, and it'll help you propel you to where you want to go. Some of you guys have a very crystal clear vision of where you want to be in the next 5, 10, 15 years. Some of you are still formulating that plan. When I was in high school, I didn't have a clue. I just knew I wanted to go play ball at college, and I was going to see what was going to happen, and I knew I wanted to be a teacher. That was basically what I knew. And probably could have applied myself better in high school. I did a much better job in college. It's funny because I've had kids ask me what kind of student I was in high school, and I'd tell them I'm okay. No, you're probably really good, Mr. Gardner. I said, no, actually, I think I was about a 2.6, 2.7. And they go, really? Because I think a lot of people think when we're in these positions of leadership, like we've done all this, we've done all that. Nope, I just listened to the people around me, and I kind of followed my heart and saw the things that drew me in. And, here's where I'm at. I got the best job in the world as far as I'm concerned. It'd be better if we were all here at school, but nonetheless, I really am proud to be your principal. I hope you guys will keep working hard. Something I was hoping to really leverage this year. You guys probably remember this, the countdown to graduation sheet that we gave you. We were going to give you a green one after spring break. That was kind of the final one. But really the power of that is partnering up with a friend, a graduation buddy, and making sure you're helping each other get to the finish line. I know for me, I never want to let myself down, but for the people who are important in my life, maybe my graduation buddy, maybe a parent, maybe a coach, maybe a brother or sister, an aunt or an uncle, it's harder to not want to let them down. I want to make sure I come through for someone who's important for me. And for right now, that might be your graduation buddy. So if you're sensing they might be struggling a little bit, reach out to them. If you are the one that's struggling, reach out to someone who you trust in the graduating class and just help each other. I think you guys can do amazing things, and you can shape your own future, and you can look at every situation and go, I can pick up the pieces and I can keep marching forward. And I believe in you guys. I know you'll do it. I can't wait to see you at Cap and Gown tomorrow evening. Hopefully you can be there, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening.